Rush, we discuss topical issues across Nigeria's socio-economic and political landscape. And the essence, like we say all the time, is to educate ourselves and try as much as possible to decompress, and digest some of the issues in the polity to a logical conclusion. The idea is to have a logical conclusion to these issues. And where we commend the efforts of the government. And then where it is time to berate, we berate. Where it is time to critique, we critique. And then when it is time to get a reactionary response, we demand for those reactionary response. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Now, before we start off the conversation, I want to say something, and this is to our dear listeners, esteemed listeners, and to our callers. Please, I beg you, in the name of God Almighty, when it is time for you to call into the program, please do not make statements that would incite. Do not make statements that will sound derogatory. Do not make statements that will create a sense of volatility. It's very important. I've always told you guys that there is a way you would portray your wordings or speak in such a way that your wordings, despite us knowing what you mean, but it's logical to reason with. Anybody listening would not say you're cursing, you're abusing, or threatening. It's very vital. Also, I want you to remember something, that yes, ideally the issues in the country are disheartening. People are disgruntled, people are unhappy, people are angry. Very true, very correct. But you see something, the political class and the political elite do not care. They've been so disincentivized to the issues bedeviling the people. All they care about is just to win the next electoral cycle. So when it comes to applying the law, they would apply the law swiftly to you, who is considered a nobody, the ordinary Nigerian, the average Nigerian. Those who are supposedly the elite can make statements and get away with it. You need to understand that. So that is why it is important that when you see this unevenness, when you see this lack of accountability, on that day, you now know whom you want to vote for. Also, it is important for us not to look at issues from a sentimental perspective. Make up your mind that this is what you want to do, and on that day, you do it. Yesterday, on the program Matters with my colleague Choma, a caller called and suggested that people should go to their polling unit during the electoral cycle with kitchen knives. Why would you call on a national radio and make such a statement? Do you want to indict the radio station for inciting violence? Because I don't understand how some of us reason sometimes. And when I speak, it feels as if, no, Esther, you're speaking to people like they're boys or children. Please, I beg of you in the name of God, when you call on this program and you want to react to issues, apply decorum in your responses. Like I said, you can pass across your statements without immersion, but it's very impactful. Please. And I always tell you that when you call on the program, you already know what you want to say. You curated your thoughts. If you're the kind of person that doesn't know how to express themselves, please kindly write out what you want to say. Tell somebody to help you cross-check that thing. If it's a text message, if it's WhatsApp, just write it on your WhatsApp platform. When you call in, you can read it out. It's very important. The reason is this: once I open the phone lines and you make such statements, I will cut you off immediately and I will block your number. You know why? If anything happens to this radio station or happens to the presenter, you will move on to another radio station. You will not carry placard and come and protest that they should return the radio station back. So please, I beg you, in as much as this administration allows for some freedom of expression, it is still not different from the previous administration. There are certain utterances you're not allowed to make on national radio. I beg you, we're in a very sensitive situation in this country. And unfortunately, there is imbalance, very true. But let it be that it is these political elites that are guilty of it. Let it not be you or I. Because what they will say is that you allowed it. You allowed that person to make such statements. And whatever consequences that comes of it, you take it on your head. Meanwhile, the caller is anonymous. We don't know your address. You can tell us you're calling from Egbeda, you're calling from Masha, but we don't know your face. We don't know who you are. You have more than 100 persons bearing the same names. So please, I would implore us to apply caution, to be very careful. Pass across your recommendation or your criticism with decorum. The FCT chairman, that made a statement that if you know you're not going to vote Muslim ticket or vote APC, you leave FCT. He has come out to apologize by saying that people took what he said out of context. And I notice now that it is deliberate by these guys. They'll deliberately come out, make inciting statements, pass that message across. When Nigerians call them out and the police invites them, they will now retract their statement. It's deliberate. They've made the statement they want to make. They've put out that message there and they want to do what they want to do. And nobody is going to do anything to them. That's the difference between you and them. They have money. They are supporters of the All Progressives Congress. They have the security at their beck and call. They will say they are working for whoever it is that is their master. So I beg of you, please. I'm saying this at the beginning of the show. I wouldn't even give you any form of whatever. I would just cut off your call immediately. Please, let's try as much as possible to be careful this period. Welcome officially. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. Straight up, we're going to start from the political issues, and obviously we're going to delve into issues that is concerning social welfare. So the Minister of Works, Mr. Dave Umahi, recently said he's going to inspect the road where Nigerians have been stuck for almost 6 or 7 days thereabout. Goods and services lost, and where passengers need to start looking for how they will clear the route. The Minister of Work said that it was imperative for him to do an on-the-spot assessment, and he promised that they would definitely work on the road, using the opportunity to ask Nigerians to vote for the president. That these are part of the projects the president intends to do. That these projects are capital expense intensive. They actually absorb quite a lot of financial prowess. So he's saying that if the president comes back second term, these are the projects and more that will be completed at that time. Meanwhile, remember the FCT chairman that made the remark that anybody not supporting the APC should leave the FCT. The ADC is demanding for the man's arrest. They're asking Tinubus to clarify the statement, all is fair in politics. The reason is because since the president made that statement, politicians have been making threats on social media, and they will tell you, quote them, take this video, nothing will happen, and reality, nothing happened. When the Fakbonda guy made that statement in Oshun, nothing happened. Others also followed suit and nothing happened. Sheikh Jinkiru made statements, nothing happened. Another sheikh in Plateau State came and made statements, nothing happened. So apparently this is part of the script. So the question is, what do we do about it? The NBA had a conference where they talked about security, and a very social media influencer who obviously has some connections said that the unknown gunmen are the security operatives. Even if the security operatives there said he should be careful with the remarks he made, but he was speaking from a point of fact, from evidence and issues that he has been part of, that he can personally beat his chest to say he knows what is happening. And they were talking about welfare of our security agents. The cost of living, Nigerians are complaining seriously, and which obviously we have always talked about, calling the governors to power. Do you know very recently that our governors spent huge sums of money on expensive trips? Oh yes. Do you know the cumulative sum of that money when calculated as to how much governors spent on foreign trips, on going for different events, some in Nigeria, some outside Nigeria? In some instances, in fact, the details that we got that was published as to what this governor spent was quite gobsmacking, about 512 billion naira on expensive trips outside the country, about 512 billion naira. These are the governors that their FAC allocation was increased, and we've been asking them, why are you not replicating the Renewed Hope initiative, the Renewed Hope agenda in your states to enable the what you call the fuel subsidy removal, where there is a cautionary effect or a bridge? Well, they always say that they're all the same. All of them are all the same. Well, interestingly too, apparently in Abuja, there are talks that some youths are selling their kidneys for money in Yanya. That report went viral, where the FCT police had to eventually speak on it. There is an exclusive documentary on how young persons, because there's no money either for food or to take care of their children, they take care of their family members, they sell their kidneys. They go to these hospitals, they take off their kidneys, and guess how much they collect? Mr. Elvis, they collect sometimes 1.52 million naira for one kidney. The worst part, because after they do that, they donate that kidney, there is no aftercare. They are left to take care of themselves. So before you know, the other kidney is distressed. That is how they take advantage of those people in the black market. They will go themselves. And when they remove the kidney and they wake up, they will tell them to go home. They will give them some drugs and some antibiotics. And these people do strenuous physical work. So obviously that will stress the other kidney. And only one is left. And a lot of them die. A lot of them go back to the hospital for treatment. And then all of them will now start needing kidney bypass, where they need to do surgery for a fresh set of kidney. And it's an endemic problem. It's obvious in the FCT, but it's also happening almost everywhere. That's how bad hunger has gotten in this part of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, my analyst this evening is Mr. Elvis Elimele. Mr. Elvis, how are you?
Good evening, Esther.
Good evening. How is mommy?
Doing well.
She's doing okay?
Yeah, she's recovering.
She's fine?
Yeah.
Wow. Glory be to God.
Thank you.
They say when you have health, you need to appreciate Christ.
Absolutely.
Because that's the only thing that matters this period.
Yes.
You don't know what God has done for you when you try as much as possible to see how you can every day resuscitate yourself and do what it takes to
run after
survive.
your survivor. Run after your means of livelihood. It's so important.
Meanwhile, Mr. Evans, Atiku Abubakar, the ADC presidential candidate, has come out to tell us that we're competing with thieves, mentioning the president. He said that it was imperative for us to understand what we're competing with. So he spoke in a video released via X. This is a campaign season, so all of these comments will be coming out. He said that those he referred to as thieves have stolen the election, the economy, and everything. You know, Wike came out and made a brazen statement very recently. He says, we're competing with thieves. They stole the election. Now they have stolen the economy. They have stolen everything. He clarified that he would restore fuel subsidy if elected president in 2027. He also added that the claim by his media aide, Paul Ibe, suggesting that he would restore fuel subsidy and later remove it is not the same as his plans, adding that Ibe's words were not authorized by him. So your spokespersons will go and speak on your behalf.
Yeah.
Those are not your words.
Yeah, we also saw it sometime when IBB also disowned this man that is the commissioner for information in Edo State now. What is his name again? Kazim Afegbo.
Okay.
He also made some statements about IBB sometimes, some years ago when he said he was the spokesperson for IBB. IBB also came and disowned him. Even we saw it with Laolo Akonde when he was the spokesperson to the former vice president. Osibajo, he made some statement that Osibajo also came and said, I didn't authorize him to.
So speak up because your voice is very low. We need people to hear you.
He also made some statement that the former vice president also disowned him about. So sometimes some of these spokespersons are actually too overzealous.
Okay.
And they go to the press with some of those things that their principal did not really authorize. And that's fall short of the ethics of the job, because anybody you are quoting, even as a journalist, you know, when you bring any information, we always ask, where is your source?
Very true.
So it is the source that we first of all ask to know whether that information is authentic or not. If you can't give a definite source, nobody will go on air or to the press with whatever you are peddling, because we see it as rumor. That's what we actually call a motor park analysis or a beer parlor discussions. Okay. So I mean, this one that the former vice president disowned his spokesperson. He's very experienced. His spokesperson is very experienced. But for him to go, overzealous and went to go and say such bogus matter, especially subsidy matter that Nigerians are daily talking about, you understand? Everybody that we're talking about in Nigeria today, whether you are talking about the poverty rate, you are talking about the survival of Nigeria, means of livelihood and all, it all boils down to the removal of fuel subsidy in May 29, 2023. So anybody that is making any statement about fuel subsidy, especially for a candidate who is also coming for the next election of 2027, where we are now looking at whether we are going to have a rejig of the fuel subsidy or we are going to have another administration that will come and remove this stringent situation Nigerians are going through. He has to make sure that he cross-check fact with his principal before going on air or go to press. So I think Atiku Abubakar has done well to tell Nigerians that he didn't authorize that, but he has also said he's still going to remove it. He's going to look at it holistically and look at how is going to be beneficial to Nigerians and take Nigerians out of this stringent survival that we've just find ourselves. Nobody is saying removal of fuel subsidy is bad, because we always saw that it was just benefiting some few cabals.
Yeah.
Yes, but the problem we have is this present administration did it, in such a way that it's like a medical doctor taking a patient to the to the theater without anesthesia. You know what it means?
Yeah.
So you're just going to be stitching the patient and be doing all the cutting, directly, and the pains will be much for the patient. That's how we find ourselves in the removal of fuel subsidy by Tinubus administration. But if there were, cushion effect on ground, getting into the office, looking at all the parameters, call all the labor union, the civil society organizations, and who is so in Nigeria, market, women, students, and all. This is what I want to do. Give me, another 6 months or 1 year into this administration. We are going to remove fuel subsidy. But before we do, we are going to fix this, and this, so that the effect will not be much on Nigerians. People would have accepted it.
Remember that. Again, that's what I'm wondering. The fuel subsidy removal, the money given to the governors, was it given to them to personally enhance their lifestyle? Let me give you an instance. You're having 33 Nigerian state governors spending
512.
almost 512.10 billion in the first half of 2026. So
the same time Nigerians are crying that they cannot even fuel their car, and they cannot even buy 2 liters to power
do you
their
understand
generator
the insensitivity of these things?
No, that's
I don't understand it. It's very, Mr. Elvis, I understand when these callers call and they really get angry. It's just that you have to apply their color.
Yes, because we are a medium.
Travel and transport 92.09 billion across 33 states. Government house and offices 420.01 billion for executive administration. What are you executively administrating?
Yes.
Wait, then you have a situation where if you combine it with that of 2025, in 2025 it was about 8.19% lower. In 2025 it was 557. So there's just a little reduction in spending this year.
Yes, Esther, then you will now ask the question, how did we get here? That should be the biggest question.
To the point that the president was telling the governors to wet the ground for the people.
That's where I was going. The president made mistake in allowing the removal of fuel subsidy, the money that is coming from fuel subsidy, to now be sent into FAC and now begin to share it for the governors. The president has actually known that the governors have actually failed in whatever plans he has towards removal of fuel subsidy. That's why he came and told the governor, go back to your state and wet more ground. He has actually seen that the cry of Nigerians are actually normal. Nigerians are actually crying because they are not seeing the dividend of the removal of fuel subsidy. That's why the president made that. That was a statement that the president acknowledging that his removal, the implementation of his removal has failed. That's why he ordered the governors, go back to your state and wet more ground. But look at what the governors are doing. This one just came out. This is just one of so many that are still going to come at Esther. Imagine 6 months you are doing this. Then when we are talking of a whole year, you should not think about, because most of these how many
and
of these
a lot of them they fell short of the project.
Yes.
Did you see what's his name? Ebonyi State Senator. He went to his community to tell them that, we are going to construct the road, just vote for APC. Second term, we'll construct it during dry season. What happened all this while in the first term? As if
it's only second term that we are going to get dry season. We have had dry season for 4 years, almost 4 years now, nothing done. You see, this is where the problem lies. Esther, as we speak in this studio this evening, how many governors are in their states? How many governors are in the state house of their respective states? Some of them, if they are not in Abuja, they are abroad. What are they doing abroad? They will tell you they are going to bring foreign direct investors. When you have not made the atmosphere in your state, livable for even the indigenes. They are not talking of going to bring foreign people who know how life works.
So do you know another thing that hurts? The new tax reform bill. It has already commenced. That tax, is it what is going to be used to fund the lifestyle of these governors?
It's already being used, because some of this money that we made mention of is not just coming from fuel subsidy removal alone. It's also coming from tax money. which you and I as Nigerians are taxed, and part of it is just for what these governors are just using to junket around and just fund their lavish lifestyle, flamboyant lifestyles. So if sometimes we're always quick to look at the presidency. You see, the biggest problem we actually have, if you are talking of the government that is supposed to be closer to the people, it's supposed to be the state.
So the reason why we talk about the presidency is that it's like the president keeps quiet at all of this. I agree, the governors actually were voted in, but there is how you can speak. You're all in the same political party. You guys have governors forum. You guys have meetings. You meet in Aso Rock with the president. Are these conversations not brought to the table? Where are the auditing panel, the auditing team? If, for example, the president said the reason why we remove fuel subsidy is that those who are meant to benefit from this subsidy are not being subsidized, okay, we'll rather give all those allocations to the governors. There is nobody that monitors the money and how it is spent by the governors. So the governors are left at their whims and caprice to do as they wish with the money. The only important thing is that they are paying salaries and they are not owing any state government salary. So that covers for it. But every other aspect through which that fund is meant to have been channeled for the lives of the people to be impacted, since the impact of subsidy removal, nobody is asking questions.
Esther, let me bring it forward to where you stopped. The governors have their failure.
Yes,
that we are not disputing that. You know why they go brazenly free like this is because the executive of the political parties are all handpicked by the president. That is the biggest failure. The political party is supposed to regulate everybody that got the ticket under their party and got elected, because if they are serious political party, they want to come back for a second tenure, so that they will have dividend of democracy and infrastructure they actually put on ground to campaign with. But when the leadership of the political party is picked by one person and who now takes charge, that's where we are looking at the presidency. Really, if you look at 1979 to 1983, when we were in the second republic of this nation, how many NPN governors can look at Adeso Akinloye, who was the NPN chairman? How many of them? There are some things they cannot look at him. They look at him eyeball to eyeball because he was standing as the chairman and he was doing it as expected. But today, the various state governors finance the political parties in their state. That is where the first aberration came from. Yeah. Then the presidency financed the state, the party executives. When you are now financing the party executives, how will the state governors or even the national president talk? Okay, look, the national chairman. Look at the way APC have been changing their national chairman. Like you are changing what do you call it, rag. Throwing that rag from your wardrobe, you understand? Look at they come up with Trump up a statement that they resign on head grant. They resign out on head grant, but after we see them resign on head grant according to APC, but we still see them they gave them another position again. Somebody you said he has resigned on head grant, one would have expected that person is now attending to his own head, privately. You understand, Esther? So this is where we missed it. Every member of a political party, Esther, ought to have been paying some dues for the political party to function. Not just because we have a governor or we are the one ruling party, then the state governor will now be financing the party as expected in his state, also making contribution to the national secretariat of the party. Then the presidency also now be making contribution. No, members are supposed to finance political parties. That's why they should be able to tell whoever got the ticket from the political party that you are not faring well, because we don't want to lose your state, or we don't want to lose the leadership of whatever country.
Elvis, before we even start going down that line, let's examine how much governors are given every month from FAC allocation. There is no fixed price to how much governors.
It depends on what they generate every monthly.
Aside from that, it also depends on, they look at population.
There are some population, there are some percentages, there are some that have derivation fund too.
Yes, based on the resource and how much is contributed. Exactly. So if you look at that variable, you will now realize that the average amount a state governor gets in a month is about 40 billion monthly. The average amount they get is about 40 billion, while the highest receiving states out of all the states, those that get higher, Lagos, Rivers, Delta, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, they receive the highest totals, which exceeds about more than 40 billion per month. More than 40 billion per month, All right, if you combine the statutory shares and 13% derivation
Derivation.
funds. Now, the lower states with smaller populations and fewer derivation imputes are Ekiti, Gombe, Ebonyi. They generally receive between 8 billion and 15 billion naira monthly. That's for the states that have very few population. Now, imagine spending a total out of the 33 governors, combination of all the 33 governors, they spent 512 billion naira. How much is a governor spending on public expense, on trips, luxury trips, hotels, gathering, all of those ostentatious whatever? If we want to look at it, so that we can now know that if in a month you're giving a state with a fewer population, maybe 20 billion, you're giving another state 60 or 70 billion, you're giving another state 50, 60 or 90 billion. Let's just look at all of that stuff. So are we saying that out of that, the governors will remove their own? Make sure that salaries of staff at the administrative level are sorted. We're not even looking at other sectors that requires government spending. Is that the way they're sharing this?
Yes. First of all, they have to talk of the protocol, state house protocol.
Okay.
Everything that has to do with the governor, his family, and all of that has to be sorted out first.
Oh wow.
Then the one they call security fund is not mentioned here now. They also have that.
Yes.
Very humongously.
Yes.
That one is not even mentioned.
It's not disclosed. The security funds are not disclosed.
So
they deal with it as they like.
Yes, because the money is already with the accountant general of the state. He has gone to Abuja to go and bring the money back. And as soon as he brings the money, so the who are now even the state executive council, they are the ones that are appointed by the governor, commissioners. Then who are even the state legislators? The state legislators, as we know today, with various house of assemblies, are also picked by the governors. You look at it. The governors have a lot of input into who becomes the speaker of the state and whatever. So it will not give the legislative arm their own. Immediately they get their own, and they are satisfied with whatever he has given them. Forget about it. The rest is now left for the governor to now begin to share.
Is it possible for us to make politics in Nigeria non-financially inclusive?
Not at this time. We are going beyond that because we have so much introduced money into politics. Esther.
But is it possible to erode that? Can the leadership stop it?
Who are the leadership that will stop it? The leadership that are beneficiaries of it. Esther, how much did each of the political parties sold their party ticket form this time around? It starts from there. Okay, expression of interest form and the form itself
and contribution form
and contribution and all of that. So when somebody that now brought out about 50 million, 100 million to buy form, and now he now use almost about 1 trillion or there about 500 and something billion to campaign and get into the office. Then you now tell him he will not fund his own ostentatious lifestyle. The governance we have in Nigeria is like an investment. I want to invest into. Why do you see that there is always problem between Godfather and Godson? Because the Godfather would have brought in so much money and so much interest and so much time to work for the Godson. And when the Godson has to get in and say, this place sweet, you will now begin to lock the door against the Godfather. Is it not why the Godfather will now begin to look for us and say, I must break this door? We saw it when Ngige was kidnapped in Anambra State. When the boss said, we brought you into this office.
The governor was kidnapped.
Yes.
When I read that story, I was shocked.
Yes, Esther. This is still the same Nigeria. And so when you're talking about money, they will go and bring somebody that doesn't have any kobo. And I say, okay, this is what we want to do for you. We want to change your lifestyle, because they feel that by the time they're able to bring you into that office, they can spit into your mouth and you swallow it in total. You understand? So, okay, at that time, you now behave like, I'm a humble child. I'm lawyer. Then by the time you now get in there, you are now seeing other of your fellow governors. You now say, okay, I also want to be like my governors. You want to now be like, I have all the power now. The Godfather will say, no, you can't do this, because this was not the reason why we brought you here. You understand? So Ngige started having that problem. Ngige was kidnapped and taken out of state house. You know what it means? By the people that financed him to get to power.
Yes.
So today, if you are talking about removing money out of Nigeria politics, it's going to be very difficult, because money has been introduced into it in total. It starts from selling form.
It has become a problem.
It's a big problem.
It has become a life-threatening problem.
Absolutely. That's why you are seeing all these things happening, Esther. It's not going to be easy, because even campaign has just started now. Nobody is going to give an audit of how much each of the every aspirant candidate used to get himself into office at the end.
Some parts of the southeast have drinking water problem.
You are talking of part
Clean
of South.
water.
Is there any part of in this Lagos? In this Lagos.
Ebonyi.
Uh-huh.
Do you know that if you are going to build house in the village, you must drill your borehole?
Yes. Is it not water?
There is no water provided.
How many local governments do you have public tap that runs in Lagos? As rich as Lagos. This, let me tell you.
So hold on. Do you know people still go? Those people that cannot afford to drill the water in their home. So there are some homes that will open their doors for people to come and fetch water, while some people will go to the stream.
Esther.
You know that during that Abiola period, we were very little.
Yeah, you were in the village.
We were in the village. We were small. I think I was in was it nursery
or
primary school?
You were hoping to get like Lagos lifestyle in the village.
But let me tell you something. We used to go to stream. I've forgotten that. You say, I've forgotten that stream. Once you know this custard bucket, that was what I could carry. So it was one
1993,
of sad. I was very little then. It was one of the village people that said, that if I keep on carrying that bucket, that I'll be short, that my neck will be short, and people will be thinking it is okpa and fufu that I ate that refused to allow me to grow. I got so scared for that thing, but I was compelled to go and join others to fetch water in the stream. Every home, they make their own water for themselves. So the money given to the governors, which obviously gets down to especially there's constituency project, what are they doing with it?
Esther, let me give you a little bit of graphics into this. You see, if we want to take the statistics of the state that have functional pipe bore water in Nigeria, I don't think there's any. I am from Edo State. Before I grew up, to at least I was already in secondary school, sometimes in 1983, 84, 1979, 82, 83.
You were in secondary school?
Yes, when Professor Ambrosali was the governor of Bende State. In my own town, Ekpoma, Professor Ambrosali is from my town. He said everybody should try to put a tap in his house because he was coming to tar the roads. We were still having functional pipe-borne water in my town. Do you understand? So Ambrosali was actually putting up a dam in Ekpoma that was going to serve that community. Unfortunately, you know, the Abacadabra came in 1983. They said they didn't win and all before the military took over and all that. So that dam today is a forgotten matter. Then there was already a dam. Is that village is not too far from where this present governor came from now. That was done for us when it was midwestern region under the late Awolowo's regime. People who are from Edo State will understand what I'm talking about today, especially the Esan speaking Edo State. That dam is at Ugbalo. Ugbalo is not far from where this sitting governor comes from now, because this governor is from a nearby Udomi. So that dam, as it was working, we were getting water in our respective home. So successive governments that came after Professor Ambrosali didn't see that dam Ambrosali was doing before the end of his administration ought to be continued. One. Then two, today they now tell you that you now see that they are coming to tell you that they are building a borehole for a community. Borehole is meant to serve an individual home for an emergency sake. Then you are not coming to put borehole. How many communities can borehole serve when you are supposed to talk of a dam, expansion of dam? Today in my town,
Sir, you said it was what year? Because I don't think they had thought of conceiving me by that time.
No. This was. I'm talking of 1983 here, 1982, 1983, 1981. There was still tap flowing in Ekpoma. Anybody that hears me this evening will know what I'm talking about. You understand?
Like public water.
Yes. We will close from primary school when we are coming from school. We will get to the public tap along the roadside. We will wash our head, drink water and all that. Even from the class when our teachers is starting for water to drink, we will rush down to go and we will normally have a cup that has cover. All this kind of iron cup of those days.
Yeah.
It has cover that will go to the tap by the roadside and fetch for the teacher. This was working.
And it was clean.
Clean water from a dam. That was done for the Eastern people by Awolowo's government when Awolowo was the premier of Western region. There's successive government that have become never thought of expanding it. That's why we find ourselves today. Today, that dam Ambrosali was doing in Ekpoma has been vandalized. Nowhere. Esther, if you come to my house in Ekpoma, I would prefer to buy a soft drink for you, especially during dry season, than to talk of giving you a bottle of water. a bottle of water, because water is the major. Ask every student in Ambrosali University, especially those that are off campus, their major problem. Every home has a reservoir. You connect it from the roof of your house. You dig the reservoir, you connect it and put it there. So you store that water during rainy season. So at the end of the rainy season and the reservoir dries up, then we call it well. You now begin to buy water and come and pour it there. I have it in my own house. I even have to put a pumping machine that pumps from that reservoir into my own apartments. You understand? This is what has been happening. In fact, let me tell you, Esther, my project in my final year was inadequate water supply in a growing university town. Ekpoma as a case study. That was my project. So successive government have not thought of how are we going to revive this reservoir. I mean this dam for a community to have water. You are coming to build borehole. This borehole, they go and put solar that will work for only 1 month and is dried up. How many households can borehole supply water?
Sir, my question is, why don't we have a supervisory unit? I don't know how to explain this.
Yes.
I heard that in those days, in the military regime, if you're caught to have stolen money, if there is a whisper that a serving minister or something stole money, it's better for you to commit suicide than for you to be caught. That is what I heard at the time. I'm talking about that kind of pervasive corruption. There is no supervisory function. Monies are allocated. Nobody is monitoring how that money was utilized. You could see during the audit in 2025, and I'm sure they just did that for protocol reasons, where all the ministries, departments, and agencies had to come and defend what they've been able to do and accomplish in 2025. You requested for an amount of money. You said this is what you wanted to do. Okay, what projects have you been able to execute? Most of them nil. That means since 2023, you could not perform any functional project that you say, okay, in this ministry, in the past 2-3 years, at least 2 years, this is what we did. And guess what all of them said? No money.
Yeah.
Money acknowledged, approved, but not facilitated to them, not given to them. Or what was given was abysmally low compared to what that was appropriated, compared to what is needed for them to execute. And then you now see that the money released, some of them will use it for whatever personal, whatever they needed to do it
That's
with.
what you are saying now.
So I'm trying to comprehend this, sir. When everybody keeps saying the governors, what role was the president, the executive, supposed to play to ensure that these funds released are effectively utilized? And if no one can give accountability for it, they could be sacked or they could be recalled. Is there no way that falls within the purview of the president?
No, you see, in democracy, the president was also elected the same way the governors are elected. Number one. Number two, that's why I told you that it's the political party that ought to have played this role. Even before PDP was out of power, when Labaramako was actually the minister for information, we saw that PDP also set up good governance team that was visiting all the PDP states to see what the project the PDP governors were doing. That's to actually, to actually endear the people to the political party that this is what we are doing, and so that the people can have that confidence and vote them back in the next election. That was supposed to be done by the political party. But unfortunately, I just told you that since they are handpicked by the president or whoever the executive in each of the states, they can't do that. But here is the issue here, Esther. The issue here is that if there is functional, credible, and reliable electoral system, you understand, this nonsense won't take place. For you that use this kind of humongous amount of money to do all the travel, and there is no facilities on ground for the people to enjoy, we'll wait for you at the pool, that you are not going to go back. But unfortunately, the same people that hold the yam are the one that hold the knife. So they decide who they are going to cut for. At the end of the day, we just discover that we go to the polling booth to vote, and our vote don't count as expected. That's why they get away with it. If there was a credible electoral system, most of these things we see that are actually making Nigerians to be so angry, that cause Nigerians heart attack, and sleepless night, we'll wait for them at the pool. Is it not the pool we are talking about? January now we'll start the presidential election and all others. By February we'll have the governorship election. How if we have credible electoral system, Esther, on ground, INEC is functioning as it's supposed to be, independent. That name, independent, is actually in capital form, and they actually act independently. We will wait for some of these governors in that, whether they will go back to the respective state houses, because it's the same people you deny this dividend of democracy that are going to go to the pool to vote. And if they vote and their vote are credible enough, and they believe that you didn't fare well within the first 4 years they gave you, you are not going to go back. But this is why we continue to remind Nigerians that one of the biggest problem we have is INEC. If INEC functions well as expected, most of this nonsense won't take place in the respective state houses and even the National Assembly and even the presidency itself.
It's quite unfortunate. But if you recall one of the famous poetic statements made by Abraham Lincoln when it comes to governance, he says that it is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
That was what gave birth to democracy.
We'll take a very short break, ladies and gentlemen. The Evening Rush continues. You kindly stay with us.
Voice of the people, 91.3 FM. Now you have a voice.
Give malaria a double punch of Artesunate and ammonia queen. An effective combination that Camosunate. Camosunate. 3 days anti-malaria therapy. Camosunate comes in 4 different packs for different age groups. No 1 year, 1 to 6 years, 7 to 13 years, 14 and above. Camosunate.
Camosunate, effective anti-malaria for all ages. Marketed by Janet Pharmaceuticals Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read the leaflet inside.
You are listening to the number one station, the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial.
Parents, you've worked hard to give your child the very best future. With a 90% graduate employment rate in the first 6 months of graduation, that future could be right here at Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British branch campus in sub-Saharan Africa. The same globally recognized UK degree, accredited to the highest international standards, all within a modern learning environment. Applications are now open. Visit lancaster.edu.gh to apply today. Lancaster University, Ghana, a global degree at your doorstep.
To the city's #1 super dial. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Lagos. House dey dark and NEPA bill dey choke. E dey worry you as e dey affect your business. So much on don come. Imagine say you wake up for morning, light no shake, fridge don block, business no get wahala, everything dey okay. No be dream o. With Yohaku, na you dey control your light. Yohaku dey sell gas cooker, freezer, fridge, and dem go furnish you with modern kitchen o. Whether na inverter, batteries, panels, smart street lights, na solar AC system wey you wan use for house, business, abi for industrial work, Yohaku stand chim to help you. Bye to NEPA bill o. No wait till transformer go spoil again o. Oh yeah, run call Yohaku for 070-121-30260 or 080-324-82573, or you fit to call 080-669-60066. For Lagos, we there for shop F1179 industrial section, or Alaba International Market, or shop G6 electronic section, Alaba International Market, Headline, Ute Ubochi Plaza, Abuja office na Corporate 13, Dubai International Market, back of Games Village, Karu District for Abuja. For Port Harcourt, we there for number 51, Oporo Road, Eziowa Elite Trade Center for River State. Yohaku website na www.yohakuproducts.com. Online store na www.yohakustore.com. Yohaku, from sun to earth, we dey make your mind dey cool.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for staying with us. This is still the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Esther Wachuku, and I have Mr. Elvis Elimehele right here with us in the studio. He's a social political affairs commentator. Mr. Elvis, thank you so much for your educative analysis this evening. Now, obviously, this is the campaign period, so you're going to be having a lot of issues come up against these presidential candidates, specifically
which
on utterances that they make in terms of what they would do different from this current administration. But there is something that always plagues this current government's administration, that is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and it's about his identity, his credentials, his certification. It has been one mysterious situation or the other. I was watching a particular podcast where the journalist was asking Mr. Boala questions about his principles, secondary school, date of birth, all of those things, Boala was like, those things are not essential, please move on, I plead the fifth. So these are spokespersons of the president who cannot authenticate and speak on behalf of, and these are the requirements. It proves that you have a president who has a record that you can say you want to emulate. This is somebody that you say you can boast and beat your chest anywhere you go. You say he's an accountant, he's a philosopher, he's a this, he finished from this prestigious school, he got this grade. I don't know if you understand my drift. Exactly. If he did not go to school but possibly just learnt a specialty, that's different. You say during their time this was what they used to do. So what we're hearing from the lobbying firm that article got is that the president is spending millions of dollars to make sure that that document is hidden. It doesn't come out. Already that the FBI and the judge has been able to approve the FBI to present all of those documents in secret to see why they cannot, publish it. They had given the president and the FBI till August 28th. But from yesterday, we heard that they've been able to say, you know what? Okay, I think we approve. Whatever it is you said is the reason why you don't want this document made public. Now, when you have this historical inconsistency on the presidency, do you think that's why we see the brazenness of these governors and leaders in subnational levels behave the way they do and no accountability?
What do you expect, Esther? You just made mention of the governor spending that humongous amount of money. The same money that is being used abroad now. Remember that they are not spending naira over there to do this lobby.
It's dollars.
It's dollars. And the exchange rate now. Where is that money coming from?
So whose personal money? Is this personal money?
How can it be personal money? These are the issues.
We heard that oil wells are owned by these guys, not just oil wells, businesses. They have refineries outside this country. They have several businesses. Yeah, but they should. The president in 2023 said he's also into real estate. Yes. He has loads of property in Lagos. So mustn't necessarily be government money, but his own money.
Well, even if it's not government money, but because he's occupying a public office at this time, Esther, what do you think Nigerians will actually, look onto? Nigeria will always, easily say, oh, it's government money because it's occupying a public office. Number one. Then number two, Esther, you will also now see why some of these governors just go away with all these things, without any form of, remorse. I want to try as much as possible to be disciplined, because they just look at it. The same problem that passes the ear of the deaf man is the same thing that passes through his mouth. That's why it's called deaf and dumb. In my language, that's how we see it. They say the same problem. He has the same problem, both it's in ears and his mouth. That's why he cannot speak and he doesn't hear. It's the same thing we are talking about the governor. The governor will say, if the presidency can use this to lobby, then what? Why are we not going to? Why are they looking at our own specially? You understand, Esther? So, and who is not going to say, hey, enough of this? Woman when carry belle, they born to advise his daughter. Say no, go carry belle. It's difficult. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what are you going to advise your daughter on? Your daughter is aware that you also carry belle. So this is the problem we have in this nation. If there were check and balances, or there were functional agencies, institutions that actually investigate, even sitting or whatever.
Who constitutes those agencies and institutions?
It's supposed to be the out of the Constitution.
Okay.
That you have created by the Constitution. That.
But it's in the Constitution.
Yes, if
it's in the Constitution.
No, if that
it's in the Constitution. It's for the executive to implement it.
No. The appointment into all these agencies, that's where the problem lies. If they are constitutionally, like they have a constitutional appointment that come, it is not going to be handpicked by the sitting president or the sitting governor in whatever function. You understand? Oh, you have to go through the rudiment of the legislators and all others approved as whatever. Then they can act according to the law that set up the institution. But in a situation where the EFCC chairman is appointed by the president, you understand? INEC chairman is appointed by the president. You understand? The National Assembly, the president will tell you, okay, these are the people that I want to be the leaders of the National Assembly. And they will not come back and tell you so much that there is no bill that will come from the executive that we are not going to pass. They are now even very proud of it. That's where the failure comes from, Esther. If there were a functional institution, Nigerians would have been able to make input into some of these things. Unfortunately, some of them are in the constitution, but when it comes to appointment, they leave the appointment to only one person to do the appointment, and that one person goes through it. You see, when Buhari was sick, about 100 and something days in office, in the hospital abroad, some of the changes that were made by Osibajo as vice president, when he came, what did he do? He reversed them because he believed that those changes were not going to be loyal to his government. He reversed them. So if there were a functional institution, any changes the vice president made is making it on behalf of the governor, because at that time on behalf of the president, as at that time the president was not on seat, he was now the person that was actually deputizing by function of his office and take control of the government. So every appointment he makes within that period, it's not supposed to be that when the president comes, he will now reverse them and retire the people as expected. Because he wants those people that are loyal to him or his kinsmen. If this institutions are not functioning, the problem we have will continue to remain. That's why you see this lobby carry Nigeria naira convert to dollars to go and be lobbying abroad, and all in the name of.
In fact, an American missionary, his name is Alex Babel, he's warning that continued concealment of those files relating to the alleged drug trafficking case of Nigeria's president, Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, could make the United States officials complicit in the killing of Nigerians. He's relating to the Christian genocide allegations. Babel made this assertion while calling on U.S. President Trump to release the records immediately. He drew Trump's attention to a 1990s U.S. investigation involving a Chicago area heroin distribution network and a subsequent civil forfeiture case involving funds linked to the president. So, Alex Babir said Tinubu is a heroin trafficker who forfeited thousands of dollars to the U.S. government. Concealing his files from the public makes officials complicit in the killing of Nigerians. His remark is coming amidst the ongoing Freedom of Information Act litigation, which seeks additional records from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Drug Enforcement Administration, and other U.S. agencies concerning the investigation. So basically, Alex Babir came out openly to call the president a drug dealer, says he's a drug dealer, and that if the U.S. refuses to allow those documents be in the public domain, then the U.S. is involved in the mass killings taking place in Nigeria. Is that blackmail? Also, the president has not been convicted of this crime.
No, they call it. They even said civil matter. Okay. That's how they ended it. That if the forfeiture ended as like a civil matter. Yes, it was not like he was charged with criminality involved in it. That's where the problem is, Esther. Okay. Because he was not convicted. And he only forfeited that, and the U.S. government said, turn it to civil matter. And that's where everybody that is speaking on this matter now is having issues. But my question, why can't the president just come out clarifying That's exactly where we are saying. That's exactly where he has missed it right from the time this matter began. His past is not supposed. He would have come and said, that was my past. And
or just explain that this is what let's hear it from his mouth.
This is what
because
this is the level of my involvement, and this is what came out of it. And now I think it is not even something that I should be being to talk about. I am now here as a clean person. Look at the office I've headed before, even since I came. He's been senator, he's been governor, and now I've become president. You understand, Esther? So these are even good trajectory for him to have even carried Nigerians ahead along. Nigerians, okay, after all, he has come to tell Nigerians the level of his involvement. They won't have been making issues now. You understand? So now that everything is like, don't release it, we are suppressing it. We are looking at it like there's one big thing that is behind it. Like the masquerade in my place. You see, when you are dressing the masquerade, you think it's actually a spirit that is behind the masquerade, the clothes, because he's wearing whatever clothes is covering it. This human being that is inside it. By the time you unveil the clothes, it's even a human being like us. So don't let us dress this matter like a masquerade. This president also have free himself from all this. been issue. You understand? You just say, I've headed of public offices since I came back, and I have not done badly. Nigerians, if Nigerians had that confidence in me that I have worked well as a governor and even as a senator, and they believe that they can vote me as president, this is the level of my involvement, they can go ahead. You understand? So all these things would have been making any meaning by now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly take your reaction to what has been discussed this evening. It is very important. We're hearing that the ADC is demanding the chairman of Kuje arrest because of what he said about the fact that anybody not supporting the APC should leave the FCT. The man now came out to say what he said was taken out of context, and it's now looking deliberate. These people are deliberately making this notorious remarks that is inciting, and it feels like they're sending a message to their network, those on ground, that this is the plan. So later they will now come and say, no, it was AI, somebody twisted it, like what's in the Oshun senator after he said what he said. Father Husi, you know, and all of these things have become a pattern with some persons who are supporting this government. Recently, remember that in the last electoral cycle in 2023, they were making allegations that it was somebody else that did religious politics. But just a few days ago, APC governors met with some clerics in the north, and then all of a sudden 500 imams came out to say they're endorsing Tinubus Kashim Shetima. That's a Muslim ticket. Is that not religious politics?
It's religion.
So there's this hypocrisy when it comes to this political season. Then secondly, I'm sorry to also say this, on space, there's what they call space on Twitter. I thought that we have moved beyond conversations of tribe and ethnicity, but we're supposed to be issue-based conversations. Do you know that some of these young men and ladies are really driving ethnic violence, like propelling it? Initially, it was like, okay, I thought very recently when they were reviewing the constitution, some bills were passed, and they said if you make utterances in such instances, you'll be arrested. They hold spaces saying how you want to buy an ethnic group, how you're waiting for violence to happen, all because of what? Did you see Adeleke with Wike?
Yeah.
Did you see Davido with Wike?
Yeah.
In 2023, did you see Tinubus with Atiku?
Yeah.
They are all together.
Yes. If any of their children is marrying now, you will see all of them will cluster that.
El Rufai that is in custody, when the mother passed on, didn't you see the
all
new
of them
Uribadu? They were all there.
They all went to pay
So
condolences.
where are our security agencies? Because I feel when you arrest 5-10 people and they go through punitive measures, they will not dare have these utterances. Mr. Elvis, do you think Nigeria has what it takes to go through another civil war?
Not at all.
Because this young generation, because they did not participate in the previous Nigerian civil war, they didn't understand what happens. They're driving for it. They're asking for it. And the security agencies feel because these people are driving this narrative in their own interest, so they're keeping quiet. Who wants to admit 200 million Nigerians in their country?
Esther, you see, do you know why it's thriving in the social media among the young men and women? It is because the leaders themselves are guilty of it. You just made mention. We just saw the video of a local government chairman.
Yes.
We saw the video of a senator voted into office, a senator.
Yeah.
And we also saw the imam. I mean, that, you know, these are leaders in their own space. If some of these leaders were used to show example, you see, this discussion in the social media would have been, you know, coming down, because these leaders are the parents of these children that are in the social media. Do you understand, Esther? So since they themselves are guilty of it, they are hitting all the polity at all time. I pray they will not, you know, turn Nigeria to what happened in Rwanda in 1994, because it starts from somewhere. This nation have to know that once there is violence in any country, to quell it is not easy
at all.
It's not just easy.
This is what's going on in Sudan.
You see Sudan today. Is anybody mentioning about Sudan? Sudan have just been left now for them to kill themselves, whether they like it or not. Nobody is talking about Sudan.
No, America is there.
America is not there.
Union.
Nobody is there.
No Central African.
Nobody.
Whatever.
Nobody. They've left them to whatever you like, do to yourself.
Oh, wow.
So this is the reason why we have to try as much as possible to imbibe the culture of keeping, you know, the sanity of this nation intact, because this is the only nation we have. We are talking about our brothers being brought back from South Africa because of the belief that, oh, you are not part of us. If anything happened to us, can you go to Ghana? Can you go to that same South Africa? And imagine. Even with what the local government chairman said now, telling Nigerians that are living in Abuja, Federal Capital Territory, and the motto of Federal Capital Territory is unity, Center for Unity. then somebody is telling you if you don't vote for a political party, you should leave FCT. You understand?
Like you are who are you?
You understand what I mean? So that kind of person now ought to have been picked up by the DSS.
Nobody would came out to make a statement to
use him as an example. To use him as an example, don't bring trouble. Don't foment trouble that you can. By the time this trouble is already starts and then start engulfing people, you can't quell it any longer. So once that person is not used as deterrent to show example to others, these children will also thrive well in the social media because they have seen that people make such a derogatory statement and they got away with it freely. That's why social media is busy with all these religion, ethnicity, and a tribe.
So do you know the people stalking this thing? Most of them are in abroad.
Yes,
these people that are supporting like this,
yes,
they are enjoying in another man's land.
Yes, and they want to set trouble
for real. They are enjoying there, they're benefiting there in somebody else's land. When it comes to the politics too, they run for the politics there.
Yes.
But you're stalking and saying it's not your land, it's not your place, yes, get out and all whatnot, and you're asking for another civil war, and you're not in Nigeria, you're in the US.
Yes,
you're in Canada.
Esther, that is the reason why we should employ the president and the leadership of APC to make Nigeria a stable place to live. Because look at the kangaroo, I want to call it kangaroo, peace signing of peace accord that took place last week. With this kind of message that is coming from a local government chairman, how do you now see that peace accord that was signed last week here as something that is of importance?
Peace accord, how many people signed it?
No, I mean the ruling party sent somebody down to go and sign on their behalf. They sent the secretary to the federation, to the federation, to go and stand on behalf of the president. But even at that, Esther, even if it was a jamboree, we want to see them make a statement on this matter that we want peace. Because if there's any trouble in this nation, the first person to be asked of is what is the president doing about it? And since they are the one in power, they should not even allow anybody from their own political party to start this fire.
Yeah.
Do you understand? To ignite this fire, because other opposition might even say, okay, let's cash in on them. It's even the opposition we should have been guiding this fire from. Not even their own party that is the ruling party now trying to ignite the fire.
The tone for how the
election will go, and that will bring peace and that will bring tranquility into this nation. So APC leadership and the presidency have to think of how to suspend that local government chairman and hand him over to the DSS for further investigation.
All right, Mr. Elvis, thank you so much. The number to call is 080-3692-9933, 080-3692-9933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338, 0817-1756-338. That's the WhatsApp number. Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, Esther. How you doing?
Hi, Remy. Good evening. Long time.
Yeah. Greetings to your guest.
Yeah, thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, let me start. Your introductory part was very apt, Esther.
Yeah.
And let's not kid ourselves. If you have lived long in Lagos, you should know by now that whatever is happening now has been their modus operandi right from time. When Jimmy Agbaje contested in 2007, it was the same card they played, the ethnic card. They even made banners. Jimmy Agbaje is Yoruba man, he's a full-blown Yoruba man. But yet the tribal card was played. So whatever you are seeing on Twitter space and all that, it's not just, it wasn't started by those people you are seeing. They were told to do that. That has been their method, Esther. It's not a thing of surprise. It's an agenda. So they're looking for every move. Sure. Yes, now there will be that. Whatever is happening nationally now has been happening in Lagos like ever. So they are just replicating it nationally. It's not new. APC has been doing that for like ever. And that is the only thing they know how to do best. Stoke ethnic violence and all that. Oba, we've seen a king saying that to a particular ethnic group, that if they don't vote for this and that, they'll be thrown into the lagoon. It was not new. Tinubus has said worse. Whatever has said worse. Nothing happened.
Even his wife, president's wife.
Yeah, it's true. That one went viral.
Said worse. So it is not new. Whatever is happening across board, these are reflection of the Tinubus himself. And what Mr. Elvis said earlier too, that Tinubus has told the governor to do this and all that. When Tinubus wanted to subsidy, He never told us he was going to hand over the money to governors to spend anyhow they wanted. He said he was going to channel the money to education. He stated it.
Yes.
So telling us to meet our governors, it sounds so lame. That wasn't the agreement you had with the people when you wanted to remove subsidy. That was in the agreement. So telling me to go and meet the governor. What agreement the governor is statutory bound. We know that. Even the money you are giving them now, we need to convert it to dollars. To the money they were earning, they were being given when dollar was 400 and something naira. So telling you they are giving governors money. Are you not aware that a certain amount of the money was being kept for presidential something?
Yes.
That was
800 billion.
800 billion. For campaign, a bit of something initiative.
Exactly. So if Tinubus now comes back to be telling us we should face our governors as if the buck doesn't stop on it, we sound so lame. So I want Nigerians to wake up. Nobody is coming to save us. So neither will be articulate. They are just individuals. It is the day we rise and say enough is enough. That is when things will change. No matter how we try to pray about it or shout about it, the power lies in our hands. Oshun, for example, like let me round up. Oshun, for example, what happened in Oshun was what people wanted. What's his name? Davido wasn't the person who stood late in the night to watch over INEC.
Yeah.
Davido wasn't the one who rejected 50,000 naira bribe. Davido wasn't the one who died. It was the people. APC knew they couldn't do anything again when the people stood up. They knew if they had to rig it again, it's going to be like war. So people stood their ground for APC to know that we can't have our way. I didn't mean the people did nothing. APC would have had their way. APC wouldn't have spent 110 billion naira for fun. They wanted to win. They wanted to, but they saw the people's resistance. So Nigerians, if we fail to resist, the power lies in our hands. Though Osho State is a template. If we insist that it is what we want and we stand by it to defend our vote next election, things will go it. Good evening.
Good evening, Remy. Thank you so much for calling. All right. 08036929933 and the WhatsApp number is 0817175638. That's the WhatsApp number. All right, to send your messages to. Hello, good evening. How are you? Good evening, sir. Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Emeka.
Emeka, welcome.
Yeah, I thank you as an analyst.
Thank you,
And,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
I'm also going to thank you for the advice you gave when you are starting the program.
Yes, sir.
So, what you said is true. But we are not going to be demoralized by those statements that are coming from them.
Sir, can you turn down the volume of your radio? The feedback is.
I've done it.
All right, sir.
Yeah. We are not going to be demoralized. Rather, we are going to push forward. It's good that's coming from them.
You have not done that, sir. The feedback is not good. You can hear it yourself. Yes, go ahead.
Hello?
Okay, Mr. Emeka, can you call us back? Please, when you call, turn off the radio. The feedback doesn't help at all. It's disconcerting. All right? Please, kindly do that. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Esther.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. How are you?
I'm fine.
Welcome,
how's
sir.
work?
Work is fine. We're here. What is your name?
My name is Ifeanyi, calling from Ijibo.
Ifeanyi from Ijibo. Ifeanyi, welcome.
Please, before I make my comment, I just want to ask you these few questions. When the legislatures, the National Assembly passed that forging is no more a crime after you have won an election, Nigeria didn't react. So now, as the things is going, I wonder how Nigeria will react. But my prediction, just like Remy said, is that if Nigeria didn't react before the election, and there is a conduct of this election this way it is, somebody usually say all of us are involved, because I am so much afraid. Look at the comments that is coming everywhere. And look at the APC campaign members, and Nigeria is not reacting to it. I wonder how we want to carry out this election. Is troubling everything, and there is threatening of Nigerians, even in Nigeria. So where are we heading to? And we are talking about election. We are talking about election. It's troubling, but the only thing I think is remaining in this country is what I think I call divine intervention. Except that, because the people's right has been swallowed.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. I've been waiting for you to land. Thank you so much, sir. I sincerely do appreciate it. All right. When you call in a platform like this, just put your thoughts out there and land. Okay, just land. Let's understand your trajectory. I think you've been able to make your pointer. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Esther, good evening. This is Emeka from Ogun State.
Amy. 2 Amy's equals to square raised to power.
Mathematics.
Welcome, Emeka from Ogun State. How are you? Welcome. Hello. Okay, Emeka is working. If you're calling on WhatsApp, make sure that nobody is calling you at that point in time. Oh. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello. Good evening. How are you?
My name is Comrade Iroko from Ejibo.
Comrade Iroko. I like your accent, comrade. I like it. It's very grounded. Welcome, comrade. How are you, sir?
That's why it's an Iroko.
Yes.
You, long time, ma.
Long time, sir. Welcome.
I greet Mr. Elvis very well.
Yes, he's fine, sir.
Good evening, sir.
God will bless all your analysts in that studio.
Amen, sir. Thank you.
To God who made me. You are doing a great job for we Nigerians.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. I love the way Nigerians have been speaking. I love the way Nigerians have been reacting. But the reaction has not been enough. The reason why is that you can see the examples from the previous election that we experienced.
Yes, sir.
Most especially from Osun that we experienced. And I love that from the masses. But the inside war for the success, some people may fall, some people will still remain. For us to be afraid to fight for our rights as a good Nigerians, honestly, we will still find ourselves the way we are. I can realize what Mr. Evans said about Baba Awolowo during the time of regional era.
Yes, sir.
Many people have tried for this Nigerian to be survived. But some people still try to hold Nigerians down. They know themselves, rather by old or by young. But what I want to say is that if you are credible, you don't need to be desperate of anything. Let people choose for you. Don't choose for yourself. What Mr. President is doing for we Nigerians, it is unacceptable. By you imposing yourself to win Nigerians. We are not daft. Mr. President said it 2023 that if I did not give you such, if I did not give you this, don't vote me in the next election. So why all this now? Have you fulfilled your promises? Than for you now to be imposing yourself on we Nigerians. I don't want to talk too much. People know me very well. If I start to talk, you know, go like me to God who made me, because let me just give orders.
Yes,
but the way Nigerians, we must tighten our bet. The way the president said it. He said we should tighten our bet. And we have tightened it. We have to release it at all costs. Please. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. He sounds like an elder. You know those elders that are very grounded with wisdom.
Yeah, Esther. Yeah. You see, if an Awolowo came to Old Bender State and gave water to bend people.
At that time,
In the 50s. You understand? If my dad told me the history behind that water, that he came to campaign and he asked them, what can I do for you if I get there? They said the only problem we have is pipe-borne water problem because they have this disease called yaw. It's like boil, and when it bursts, the water, the blister from it again enters another place, another one will come up again, and it was killing people because they were drinking pond water, dirty water. And he said, okay, go and put that dirty water in a bottle for me. I will take it down. When I win, I will solve it for you. That's a leader. He took the dirty water from our town to Lagos. When he eventually won, he came and built a dam for them. He didn't forget. Today, somebody will be telling you, Edo is shiny. This same Edo state today now don't have pipe-borne water anywhere flowing.
Hey, people are drinking dirty water.
Dirty water, yes. My dad said they drink pond water. And that's the flood flows.
You needed to see where Senator Wamboyin was telling them, don't worry, we'll construct this during dry season. Just vote for APC 2027.
You're talking of.
And there was a man inside that water.
You're carrying people's future forward. You're saying until 2027, you're carrying people's future forward. God. How can't you see the level of failure? Mr. Iroko just said it. Don't impose yourself on us. We are the one that will say you have done credibly enough, then you deserve to go back.
Mr. Elvis, people in the village, if there is nobody from here supporting them, like maybe your family is okay and you kept your family in the village, you are taking care of, if there is nobody like that, they are languishing.
Do you know what it means? Somebody will try look for money
different for illnesses, diabetes, because they're not eating
because they cannot even afford medical
diabetes and kidney issues. The aged are having diabetes. The young ones are having kidney issues. You don't even know what is happening.
Somebody will be looking for money to buy food. Will be looking for, in my town, you'll be looking for money to buy water to cook the food. Because once it's dry season in Eboma, forget about it.
You go chop fufu from morning to night. Aged people that are meant to be eating fresh food, even if they like to eat swallow. Things are so expensive. The things we even buy here in Lagos is still better. By the time they transport it to the east.
I can imagine the eastern part of Nigeria.
Go and buy this thing. Bangala fish, this dry fish. Go to eastern. If you don't buy it from Lagos and take it home, go to East Market to go and buy it. You go fear. Just leave that fish for decoration in the store.
Somebody saying hold your future till 2027.
Can imagine. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, Esther, call by this Emeka.
Emeka, I hope nobody will call you to disrupt you. All right, please go ahead.
No, Esther, I wanted to say share the way you normally said. It's in they cut my call.
I didn't cut your call. You could hear it.
No, I said network cut my call because I said let me shout the way Esther normally shout. Share.
It is well, Rebecca.
I know whenever something good happens, you normally shout a share.
Yes, so.
So I begin to imitate you. That is why they not cut me.
Rebecca, go
now,
ahead.
Esther, do you know what? Do you, if you can, based on the comment of Omaya concerning the road, now, do you know that they purposely went and damaged this road to use it for campaign? Esther, do you know what people are passing through? I traveled last 2 weeks. Esther, when you go to those roads, you see many trucks that carry people's goods, how they are destroying and damaging there, and people's goods, everything are damaging there. Esther, do you know that some people spend 2 days, 3 days on that road? Esther, do you know that those lorry, they now begin to pass into villages, and those villages begin to put toll gates, and people are paying anymore to have to pay money before they pass? In our own country, is despite our travel nights, in that midnight, people are putting toll gates. There is crossing stations on the road, and if you do not pay money, they will not allow you to pass inside bush, because the main road is nowhere to go in our own country, and we are paying tax, and we have a government. Esther, do you know that if our election accounting, people are, and I'm talking about people will vote is people that is there. Do you know that all these people that we are seeing end up and that are supposed to be our leaders? All these people that we are seeing our leaders are those that are being given to us by ANEC and judiciary and the Godfather reasons. Nigeria have not yet. Look at somebody like Ozo Jascalo. This is a pen. I'm talking about OT, Mr. OT, please. Now, do you see that people vote in? Do you see the way they're working? Now, whoever that entered there by God, God for that reason, and they, I know give it to us, we can never get them as a leader. They don't care about us. They don't even mind. They don't even pass that road. They normally pass through air. They go and see how people are dying and perishing on that road every day by day. Only God will deliver us from this because we're in the hand of blood-sucking demons that don't care about human beings. God will deliver us. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis, Mr. Sunday Diary, the SA to the President of Media and Public Communication, said that Nigerians will have to bear with the road construction projects that is causing all of this gridlock, that it is like building a house. A house is not built in a day. That the president is on top of the situation.
Yeah. Well, why would he not say so? He's saying it because of his position. He's speaking for his money.
All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you? What's your name? Hello. 08036929933. 08036929933. Turn down the volume of your radio. Hello. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm greeting your guest also.
Good evening, sir.
Hello?
We can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, Patrick is calling from Okota.
Mr. Patrick, please go ahead, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm asking a question. Nowadays, that we are coming up with fake agencies. There is an agency in Nigeria that is called National Orientation Agency. I think all become fake. All these things that are going on with utterance is so dangerous as putting the country on fire. Where is the officials of orientation agency?
My dear,
what exactly
how much is their
job?
budget? The allocation
By
given
this
to
time,
them?
It's not
supposed to be
I
talking
think
of ethnicity or religious bigotry, where one religion will say the other one is infidel, and another person will say, "Don't enter my state except you take permission from me, a citizen, a fellow citizen of Nigeria who is not a foreigner." And we call ourselves a country that we have a national orientation agency. Honestly speaking, Mr. Emeli.
Thank you, sir.
Can you hear me?
Very well, sir.
Thank you. You spoke about your place.
Yes.
Mr. Patrick, the time I've got you. Sorry. Hello, good evening. Turn down the volume of your radio very quickly.
Good evening, Esther. I've done that.
How are you, sir?
I thank God.
Welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis.
Good evening, sir.
God bless you for the wisdom.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, please, I want.
What's going on?
Okay, what's happening? I'm suspecting you people. We're
going to hear our callers.
What is going on? It's
a two-way thing.
Yes, so. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Chief Elvis, I greet you.
Good evening, sir.
I have nothing to say, just to greet the chief there. My name is Sebastian.
Mr. Sebastian, welcome, sir.
You just made me a chief.
Mr. Sebastian, where are you calling from?
You create a palace for
me. Give you title.
No, my palace is on last Saturday of the month. I took over.
Okay.
Last Saturday. God bless you people.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Drink water, Nigeria case. Now you put water by the side, though.
Yes. Sir, you're very right.
Esther didn't give me water. Only gave herself.
No, please, Esther, look for bottle water. Nigeria matter, no be here. God bless you. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Good night, sir. Thank you so much for calling. We sincerely appreciate you. 08036929933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Esther. How are you doing?
I am fine, sir. Welcome. What is your name?
My name is Ahmed from Apapa.
Ahmed! Wow.
Yeah.
Ahmed, you just gave me goosebumps. I love the way you speak. Ahmed, welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. My regards to your guest in the studio. I don't know his name.
Mr. Elvis is his name.
Okay.
Good evening.
Ahmed, are you calling for the first time?
No, this is my second time.
Ahmed, I would love to see you. I'm so impressed.
Yeah, when I got my comment, you can understand it.
All right. So, please go ahead.
My comment is only advice. My advice, just I want to advise my choice candidate, Mr. Peter Obi and Comforter. Please, anywhere they go to campaign, let them not mention anything religious.
Yeah.
That is my advice to them. Because nothing concerns religion with badness. Religion cannot teach anything bad. So, and anybody who is calling religion matter or Muslim ticket, please, they are on their own. My advice to Nigeria, they cannot put rope for our neck to come and tell us, say, if we didn't vote for Muslim ticket, they can do something for us. No. We get different candidates. We have a Muslim Christian. We have Muslim Christian, different candidates. Please, anybody who is looking for good candidate, may you just vote for his choice.
Exactly.
Let nobody look of religion matter. Religion cannot teach anything bad. So anybody who is ruling us by religion matter and we not see good for our generation, please, may we change that man. We are not under religion or Muslim ticket. We don't believe in that. They are on their own. My own advice. Thank you.
Ahmed, thank you very much. Thank you, Ahmed,
Very
for
good
calling.
one.
I love this. This is I love this. And today's Hausa Day. Today's Hausa Day. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello. How you doing?
I did, Jerry. Good evening. What is your name?
Star. Prosper the top.
Prosper. Now you wear this dark shade like this. If I know. Yes,
you know, say, because of you, I get many WhatsApp account now. I don't call you with my first number. You know Greek.
Prosper, your number not safe now.
There's no problem.
Yes.
I'm not against you anyway.
Okay. All right.
You know, I want to say kudos to Mr. Elvis.
Okay.
I want to greet you mightily.
Thank you,
sir. In fact, your analysis today touched me to the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
And you know what I want to say now, sir? With what you said, last 2 months I was in Ekpoma in Edo State.
Yes.
You know, there was no good road. There was no. In fact, the people that is there, they were suffering to get water.
Yes.
And you know what happened? Where because I'm a civil engineer, the place we went, I went there to build a house. So while I was there, after we finished the house, we dig a borehole. You know the well that we dig is more than 300 feet.
Yes.
Wow.
Water is
before we can get water. It's more than 300 feet. It's about 340 something feet before we can get water. If you stand like you cannot see the down, everything will just dark.
Wow.
Now, what am I saying? In conclusion to what you said, you look at what Nigeria is going through, and in Edo State, you see poster of Edo is shine. I go ask people that are living in Ekpoma. I said, why? I have the youth there. I said, bros, why can't you people destroy all these things? They say, say if they destroy, they go arrest them. I say, is it not better they arrest you and you are living in this kind of nonsense? Somebody is just lying against you. Then I left Ekpoma to Aushi, Jesus Christ. The road is very, very worst. Now, I don't want to, I have just 2 points. Let me just end it there. You already gave my point there now. Now the other point is that, you see, we are not a religious bigot. You understand? You know where they kill Esther? Sorry, what's the name of this girl? That Christian lady. Is it not Esther?
No, Deborah.
Deborah.
Okay, Deborah. They were two. Sir. Okay, let's talk of Deborah. Now this Deborah girl, when they killed this girl, there was nothing that Christian did. Do you realize that in Oyo State here in Ibadan, there was a masquerade that come out. They were doing this and tradition something. They told them that no woman should come out. One Islamic woman, as a woman, one of their, she came out and she snapped picture and they caught her. Now they drag her, they fine her, and they say she will pay fine. They asked her to pay 400,000. The whole of Islam, they were lamenting that why would they do something like that? That what she did was right. But Deborah insulted their Muhammad, they killed that girl.
Did she
now
insult? She did not insult her. I think she didn't insult, but they just I think she was
according to their claim,
that she was blasphemous.
Yes, according to their claim. Now, secondly, there is one other guy that is this social media content this thing. Now, this guy, his name is Talolo, who is God. It's just that is Talolo. Now, this guy is revealing the secret behind Islam. That Islam is an evil religion. I'm just breaking points. I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying Islam is not good.
That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying.
I'm not in support. Okay. I came from a Muslim family. My father is Alhaji. I'm a pastor. Okay.
Wow.
Yes, I'm a pastor. My father is Alhaji. My mother is Alhaji. I came from a Muslim family.
In this Southwest, it's
fantastic, man. You see, now listen to get my point now. Now, because of this guy gather his people, because the guy is traditional, he gather his people and they put this Islam something they need to put on their head.
Okay.
You understand? This is their turban. He put the turban on his head and his people, and they were worship their tradition. And they said he mock Islam. They as they sent Islamic what did they call it? Islamic police? No, Islamic police under the law, under the Sharia law to come arrest the guy in Osun State here. You see what is happening in Nigeria?
Is that his by in Osun State?
No. Yeah, his by is in Kano.
No. They send the person. I mean, they send them from their Sharia. That is their headquarters in exactly. Wow. Look at what is happening. I have a friend that we graduate together that was my classmate then. I said I will call the guy now. It's just now that I'm still remember. It was evening time that I said I will call him. I want to ask him some questions. Look at what is happening. But the Islamic agenda will not stand in Nigeria in the name of Jesus Christ. It's as simple as that.
Right,
God bless you.
Thank you so
Mr.
much.
Elvis, God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much.
May you live long in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
You will reap the fruit of your labor.
Amen.
You will not die premature. Amen. No evil will fall against you in the name of Jesus Christ. God will continue to protect you.
Prosper.
Nigeria, I love you. We love you so much.
Only Mr. Elvis.
We love you.
Amen.
All of you, Esther, you are doing very well.
Thank
Honestly,
you so much, Mr. Prosper. Thank you so much. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. Wow.
Esther, don't jealous my prayers.
Why not go jealous?
Join me to say amen. I swear it will be well with us.
08036929933. That's the number to call. 08036929933. And the WhatsApp number is 081717563338. Hello, good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, Patrick is calling back.
Mr. Patrick, let's give room for others now. Beg, no vex.
I didn't conclude before my call.
Okay, your call went off, or your people were calling you. All right, conclude.
Okay, so that's the assumption that if a call goes off, someone is calling somebody. Somebody calls you. Look,
talk to NCC.
I'm very sorry to say that the situation in Nigeria is not where we need to be smiling about. The last guy that spoke now, he made a point here. The Christian community, they have kept so quiet that Islamization agenda is coming increasingly.
Sir, what does the Bible teach you? Sir, what does the Bible teach you? Sir, what does the Bible teach you? What does the Bible teach you?
With the Bible?
As a Christian.
What does the Bible teach you?
Yes.
And I should sit down somewhere and another person will come and tell me that...
No, so you can self-defend, but as a Christian, you're not quick to provoke, right? You're not quick to react in such a volatile area. No, I'm just saying that compared to... I'm just saying, sir, that we can defend ourselves. No, sir. We can defend ourselves. Agreed. How you want to defend yourself, you don't have to say it out here. Nobody is saying you should sit in your doormat and wait for somebody to come and hurt you. You should be sensible enough to understand what I'm talking about. You can defend yourself. But that quick to be vexed, the Bible has warned against it. Quick to be violent, the Bible has warned against it. You cannot fight for Jesus. Jesus
Bible
fights
say we
for
should
you.
be as innocent as a dove.
Do you understand? So I don't understand why you have to fight on behalf of a God. Your God is meant to fight for you.
Yes.
So I can't understand that doctrine, but well, 08036929933. That's the number to call. 08036929933. And the WhatsApp number is 081717563338. Hello.
Esther Wachuku.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening. How are you?
I am fine, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, Baptist calling.
Bartex. You know, I was just thinking about Bartex 2 days ago. Bartex.
Yeah, Baptist. Esther.
Sir?
Maybe this weekend I'll come and eat your oha soup.
You bring the money.
I know that they like oha soup.
You go bring money.
Or it don't cost. But you cook it.
Yes.
Whether it costs or not, we cook it. I'll come and eat.
Bartex, how you there?
I did fine.
Welcome.
And you?
I am fine.
Fine. Yeah. Esther.
Sir?
You see, I live in Ghana for, let's say, 8 years.
Okay.
Esther, could you believe that if you go to Ghana, you will not see any GP tank on top? What we are using is water, government water. Even if I build my own house in Ghana now, I will just connect to government water. We can't see any GP tank. If you are selling GP tank in Ghana, in short, hunger will finish you because nobody will buy. GP tank, nothing like borehole. Government make everything this water, and if you are paying the rate, it's very token. It's token. You pay token to get water, but people are suffering here in Nigeria. If you ask this man now, this our president, he tell you that our achievement is I've given your governor more money. Is that an achievement? You give governor money, the people that already have money, and they pack another money that will use and better life of Nigerians and give governors. You say that we should hold our governors responsible. Can you near a governor in this Nigeria? Can you near them and talk to them? They will rope one thing on your head, tell you that you committed so offense, and the DSS will take you. Nobody will see you forever. And Esther, is that how to govern a country? Esther, Nigerians are passing through hell. Nigerians are passing through hell. Since morning till now, maybe some people now, they never see what they are going to eat. Esther, these people, why are they heartless like this? Nigerians are not demanding for so much choice. Just a token. If they can eat, pay their house rent, send their children to school, earn a living. Esther, these people, I don't know why they are behaving like this. Esther, I don't know whether these people, they know that there is God. This God that me and you are talking about, I don't know whether they are remembering that there is something like God. I don't know why these people are so heartless. Esther, why these people is like this? One of my brother wife died yesterday around 12 afternoon. Do you know when they get to when they go to our village today? It's around that kind 5 or 6 because of that bad road in Benin side. Because once they get there, everybody they stop there. They sleep there till this morning before they continue. Before they can get to our place around that kind 5 this evening.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let's take all the calls.
Esther,
right?
thank you very much.
You. God bless you. This person says, this is my village. It's called Ubalu, which supply the Esan land during Governor Ambrose Ali.
Yeah.
The machines are still there, but are vandalized for lack of maintenance. Ira Thomas or
Exactly.
Mudiame. Now, Mr. Elvis people.
Yes, that's what we are talking about, Esther.
Esther.
At the time, they were using diesel to power the machine. After a while, they said they went to connect electricity to the machine. You understand? Okay, subsequent government, what is it supposed to do? Expand that down and bring in more new technology. Yeah. Today, we will be having water in Esan. Esan land have 5 local governments. There is no tap in any of the local government that flows from government. Everybody is either digging well or you are digging borehole. Right. You heard what the man said. 300 and something feet.
That man is right too. I also enjoyed that tap water in the 80s and early 90s in Lagos. When coming back from school, we wash ourselves after playing football and even drink from the tap water. Tap was everywhere in Lagos. Then it's unfortunate all of them have disappeared today. You now see expensive boreholes everywhere. Ola from Fati.
I still met tap water in Isolo here in Lagos during my days as student in Isolo here. Today, where is tap water in anywhere in Lagos?
What happened?
Did
we retrogress?
We hear Lagos State Water Works.
Is it existing?
It's in Ijorana. Their headquarters is in Ijora. In Edo State, you have water board. No,
because I know that Water Corporation used to be effective in Lagos before. But
Iju Dam and all others. I don't know what is going on. Not everybody is digging borehole. And you know what that means to the environmental effect. It has environmental effects. Every home is digging borehole.
Hi. Kai. It's not good though. What did him say?
No, the one in my area pains me because you only need expansion. Won't be here we are today.
Good evening, no. Good evening to you. Thank you so much. God bless you. I appreciate you. They're complimenting our work. Thank you very much. God bless you, sir. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome, sir. How are you?
Yeah, this is Wabeze from Ocean.
Mr. Wabeze, turn down the volume of your radio quickly, please. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, my take is on the money being spent in election and the process of election. I can say that our president, his major achievement in this government is making politicians, especially those in the House of Reps and the House of Senate, billionaires. When the masses become the poorest in the world, they were producing the highest billionaires in politics. And you can see what is resulting to. And they mention that they are blocking the road, whereby any person who is not a billionaire before will not find a way into any political office to grow from there. And what is the end result? The citizens will suffer it, which is what we are suffering now. I want to appreciate Mohammed that called before and Rene that called first.
No, Ahmed.
When you listen to, and that Iroko, when you listen to people analyzing things as it is, there is no biasness, there is no sentiment. You say yes. These are people who want progress. These are people who want Nigeria to perform. These are people who want Nigeria to move forward. By the time these politicians are using sentiments upon us, using religion as an excuse to divide us, they have the chance to remain where they are and manipulating us and suppressing us. So let us, in one accord, tell ourselves, even when people are talking about Obi and Atiku joining hands, it's late.
Hello?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, sir, for calling. I think you got a call or your network just went off. All right. Good evening, S. An argument ensued between me and my friend. Is money realized from the subsidy removal the right of the governors backed by law or constitution, or the usage is at the discretion of the president?
There was no law backing it.
So is that the usage of the governors?
That's what.
Is that their discretion?
That is just what we are saying. That's why the president just shared it for them, and they now begin to use it because
no wonder
there was no law. That's because he hastily brought it, and there was nothing on ground.
So that is why they don't think they need to be accountable.
Because when he was going to remove, he said he was going to education, health services.
We thought he constituted a team, and Mr. Wale Edun was part of the team.
He was coordinating minister.
Of the
finance
economy,
minister,
yes,
and coordinating
of the economy at the time.
So it was not like heading money from subsidy. He was just the coordinating minister of the economy and finance.
All right, Esther and esteemed guest, Mr. Eli Mehele, I can smell serious apathy in the forthcoming elections. How can you explain such stupid threats in the polity 6 months of the election? If APC apologists and the FCT can send such dangerous warning to inhabitants who may not vote their party candidates in 2027, what will happen to other areas like Lagos and other clannish environments? My fear is not about the threat, but the fact that electoral umpires and other authorities have shown blind eye to these brazen threats anytime, anywhere they're coming from. Does it not send dangerous signal in the system? Tony Anelli from Ijagemo. Good evening, Esther and the guest. I have been listening to your evening rush for a long time. I just want to advise you to give all your callers equal time, either 2 minutes or may decide and cut off any caller trying to exceed the time. This is what is obtained in all the radio stations. From Caleb Adikola Alimosho, Lagos. I think he's correct.
Yeah, so that
I think he's correct. You can accept many calls. Please, if I'm going to pick your call next, I beg you, just say what you want to say and land. It's very, very important.
And from Ijagemo talked about an voter party.
Yeah.
They were threatened in Osun State, but Osun State brazenly stood their ground.
So
Nigerians, no matter the threat, Nigerians must emulate what happened in Osun State and stand their ground. That No, we know why they want to bring apathy.
All right. I came across a report yesterday, an Islamic cleric was speaking. He said that anyone who is coming to campaign to him for Tinubu should tell him about Tinubu's good achievements, not that he has a Muslim ticket. Continuity in government should be based on good achievements, not religion. I thank God that there are still some people in this country who still say the truth. Queen Esther, Mr. Elvis, God bless you all. IK from Ojo. All right. Greetings, European analysts. On the subnational, the decay in the state's administration is due to the utter depravity of the governors. The president and the National Assembly failed abysmally because their supervisory function doesn't exist. Prince Even Weze from K2. All right, if we are truthful to ourselves, we should know that since the coming of President Tinubu as a presidential candidate and now as a president, that this issue of threat to opposition started. Have you ever seen him come out to condemn any of these statements? Is it the meaning of all is fair in politics? He said he fought for democracy. Hope he will not be the one to destroy the democracy. Meanwhile, the chairman has said it is out of context. John from Ijaniki. John, yes, he said so. Meanwhile, it was not out of context.
The video is everywhere.
It is well. Good evening, Esther. Greetings to your guests. Honestly, Esther, what you are expecting governors to do since President Tinubu didn't address them, even to address the nation, is a big problem to President Tinubu. APC doesn't have anything to offer to us Nigerians. All is to be stealing money, and money anyhow, corruption everywhere. A father that doesn't address his children, what are you expecting from same children? Now, wow, APC government, their lies and propaganda, that is what APC knows how to do. Progress from Lagos. All right, Progress. Please, you guys call in. Just hold on a bit. Let me just read out some messages. Thank you. Good evening, Esther. My name is Comrade Goodluck Odibo, President of Niger Delta Rights and Defense Council. Esther, do you know that there is what we called OPEC quota and off OPEC quotas? The off OPEC quotas is for our local refineries, but unfortunately Buhari and Tinubu use the off OPEC quotas to collect
loans now to 2031. Buhari collected loan,
which is for our local refineries,
yes,
and left with nothing for our local consumptions. So if prices of crude goes up in the international market, it will affect us locally. Now, instead of Tinubu to have an understanding with Dangote to use the off OPEC quotas to refine for us at an affordable price for say 200 naira per liter, Tinubu is just lying to Nigerians that subsidy is away. It is quite unfortunate that Nigerians are believing him. Wow, this is quite an expository.
Yeah, this is an oil person. He knows what is obtainable in that industry.
He said there is off OPEC quota.
Buhari used it to borrow money now.
But what does it mean, like off OPEC quota? What does that mean? Like how?
That's the one that was supposed to be the one that since we are an oil producing nation, but that will now be supplied to our refineries to refuel, yes, so that we will not be competing with the international price.
Buhari now sold it.
But now, if they are buying a barrel now for $97 per barrel at the international market, that's exactly what we'll be competing with in our domestic consumption.
Wow.
That's the problem. So we don't have any advantage of being an oil producing nation as citizens of this nation domestically.
Mr. Elvis, we are
there are so many things that are going on there that they don't allow us to know about, and these are the things that are making Nigerians angry. And at the end of the day, because we are a functional platform, we can't speak like the common men on the street and beer parlor discussion. That's why you see we are moderating our discussions here.
All right, somebody said, good evening, Esther. Please, the numbers to call should give out gently. All right, please, sorry. 0803692 9933. 0803692 9933, and the WhatsApp number is 0817 1756 338. That is 338. 0817 1756 338. That's the WhatsApp number. From Engineer George from Amuwadofi, at the inauguration of Tinubu's Presidential Campaign Council, he said, "We have delivered on our campaign promises and set our country on a path of economic progress. We are definitely out of the dark tunnel and are now on the cusp of reaping the benefits of a prosperous economy that will benefit all Nigerians. As we march into the campaign season, we have many achievements to trumpet. Let us confidently showcase our record and inspire hope in every corner of our nation. Let us soundly defeat all those forces who plan to take our country backwards. This degree of political spin, tone deafness, and gaslighting to sum it up, the delusion of grandeur that President Tinubu is exhibiting is mind-boggling, preposterous, and out of touch. Engineer. Engineer!
They speak like journalists and lawyers.
I love it. English is sweet. This.
Esther, we have voice of the people. We should speak the people's language.
The people's language is Guinea. It's English now.
English when then to go feel understand.
Service because
English when people
if you have proficient English and you know how to write, people write. Be proud of your school. It's not beans. You think it's easy?
Engineer try.
So engineer you try.
In school fees, he utilize and well. He utilize and well.
Well done. Good evening, Esther and Mr. Elvis. Esther, when are we going to hear one positive news from APC? Since 2015 till date, is one negative news or the other? Please tell me what is the difference between the news that we're hearing today and yesterday and other days that APC came to power. Well, the president said that those who were abducted in Niger should be apprehended with immediate effect. Is that not actionable?
But the ones that were abducted the same day the Orire students were abducted, 15th of May 2026,
they are still in custody
in Borno State. 103 days they are still in custody.
So Esther, what pains me is that many governors that ran or defected to APC so that their state and their people will be saved, but most killings, kidnapping going on today is from those states that are controlled by APC. Why, Esther? Esther, it took 4 years and 3 months for Lateef Jakondi to build Lagos, not 8 years old. God arise and trouble those that are troubling Nigerians. All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Hello. Hi. Turn down the volume of your radio. Hello. Hello. Please, when you call, turn down the volume of your radio. I beg you. All right. Hello. Good evening. Turn down the volume of your radio, please. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. What's your name?
Ikechu is my name.
Ikechu, welcome. Please go ahead. Where are you calling from?
From Isash.
From where?
Isash.
Where is that? Please go ahead.
Yeah, no.
But Yano side,
okay.
By the agri side.
All right, go ahead, please.
You can see that APC, since they came to power, like the person you read right up said, they've not been able to tell Nigerians one truth, single truth. All we have been getting from APC is just threat from president, threat from senators, threat from ministers, threat from their APC members, threat from even chairman of a local council, threat. Esther, here in this country today, there is nothing, no single evidence of the benefit of democracy you can point to, beginning from Buhari to Tinubu era now. None. Okay, you can see the news you got now. The news you got now about the oil, how the oil is being sold in advance up to 2031.
Mr. Ikechu, I'm waiting for you to land, though. There's no.
Yeah, no problem. Well, to land is just to conclude that, please, let everybody do everything possible to make sure that this government, I bet you, this government did not remain in power. If this government should remain in power, they will tax everybody to the anus.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ikechu. Thank you so much. Good evening, Esther. So you want Tinubu to come out and tell Nigerians about his past, this past that some people are looking for. Thank you, man, sir. Ulu Jace, also known as Dean. All right, thank you so much. This person says, greetings, Esther, Mr. Elvis and VOP family. Esther, you're using bedroom voice this night. Mr. Elvis, am I using bedroom voice?
No, let me go talk. If you go talk.
I met you
because I don't even know bedroom voice. The person that stays in bedroom voice with you, I will know your bedroom voice.
I know they talk for room for bedroom.
I don't know your bedroom voice, Esther. Don't even go talk.
Esther, I met tap water.
I only know your studio voice.
So thank you very much. Esther, I met tap water growing up in Olu, Imo State in the late 70s and early 80s. Rich families had family ones, and there were public ones were called public taps all over strategic joints in Olu town communities like my community, Amifike. The collapse during military regimes. The governors are being pampered by Tinubus government so they can help him win election and also have his way in whatever he wishes to do. This is what was not prominent during the PDP days, especially Obasanjo. Amechi from Mafuluku. Evening, Esther. Please tell Benga from Onikpan. Mr. Benga will not do.
Is it tell? Making tell by
say they should Mr. Benga is not me that will say use my mouth and say it. Esther, good evening. The 512 billion naira wasteful expenditure by governors is not surprising to many. It's the nature of scorpion to sting. Steve Ikelu from Maryland. Hello, good evening.
Hey, Precious Esther.
Mr. Remy, how are you, sir?
I'm not bad, my sister.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis. And I was just watching a recording done by Dolly Parton and Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley.
And God bless the soul of that woman.
Yes.
She gave the world the best of music. Now, Esther, I know you're running out of time. I'm gonna be quick. First, look, we Nigerians, we are not, we don't have religion problem or tribe problem. We regular Nigerians, we get on well. Esther, sometimes when you just give a platform, let people talk. I have never been scared of Igbo person, Hausa person, or anybody from any part of Nigeria. I'm a Christian. I have never been scared of Muslim. If not that I turned vegetarian, I used to eat enroleya. I eat slab meat. I eat nobody. So please, religion is not our problem. Tribe is not our problem. Look, if we are able to fix our politics, the extremists in every corner, in religion, in tribe, they will come down. These extremists are rising up because politics has failed them, and they thought extremism is their way out. Lastly, look, we are in a generation where money cannot save our oppressor. In Osun, we saw a case study, 110 billion naira, yet they lose. If you are determined, my brother and sister, I know you are tired. I know you are weary. I know things are tough, but you need to prove them wrong. Now they tell you, they fulfill all their promises in the past. Now show them that you are their boss. Put them to shame with their money. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Remy. Thank you so much. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Turn down the volume of your radio. Kai. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. How are you? Very quickly, please.
I'm fine. So I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm back. So I want to ask a question. Please, what happened to head speech bill when Buhari was president? I know that Nigeria were following head speech law. So what happened to it? One SND in Ajaro State was picked up and kept for prison for 2 years because he said something. And all these people are saying all these things, saying that somebody will pack up from Abuja. Oh God! And nobody checkmate, and nobody hold, and nobody say anything about this.
He came out to retract it by saying it was taken out of context.
But what of others? I know that one guy here in Osho said that if we do not vote, that we should go to our place and all the rest of them. And today he is being celebrated even in Asoro, and nobody say anything. That one, let them know that there is God. And another one is that we are talking about water. Do you know that if you go to China don't have any water? They don't have all these goods are coming from China. It's from Hong Kong. The China mainland don't have any sea at all. But they make water very, very affordable for their people. They make water to be even you can't see any GP tank in anywhere. Even you use government water, there are raw water everywhere. But here in Nigeria, water is our enemy. Why water don't have enemy? But here in Nigeria, water is our enemy. God bless you and have a good
Thank
night.
you very much for calling.
Even Muammar Gaddafi made water available in a desert country in Libya.
Good evening, Esther Wachko, Mr. Elvis. Emma from Shashakunwajo. Dick, is it decree in Nigeria started with the British evil way of I can't comprehend what this man wrote. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Esther.
Yes, good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, what's your name?
Oh, my name is Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Yes, ma'am.
Calling from where?
Calling from Brooklyn, New York.
Calling from Brooklyn. All right, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to chime in. I heard you guys talking about the water system the other time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was growing up in the solo, we have water.
Yes, I met water in Isolo too.
Yeah, we have water in the 80s. I live in Goluba Street by then, number 23 Goluba Street. What I see by then was when the water was about to, to go. I remember by then, night time, in the middle of the night, they're going to bring the water. We're going to fetch water in our we call it Goro drum by then, drums. We're going to fetch water there. All of a sudden, boom. In the days, no water. By night time, like midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, yes, they're going to wake us up to fetch water. But this, I think, I don't understand. By then, to be honest with you, we don't even know nothing about all this. NEPA too, whenever they took off the lights, we cause them out. Right? Whenever they bring the light, right, we say up NEPA. But this is what I don't understand. A lot of people, they don't talk by then, the grown-up ones. These people think they are doing us a favor, not knowing they have money budgeted to do all those things.
Yeah.
But once they don't talk, nobody talked about it. Man, this politician forget it. That's it. I think that's what is going on in Nigeria, though. So since then, you know how many years was that? In the 80s, there's no water in Nigeria up to today.
No water.
It's to be honest with you, I don't know what to say about it. It's shameful.
Gilbert,
It's very
and it's the same thing for you.
We live
Campaign
close.
every time.
I live in Dr. Akindele Street. It's close to
Mr.
Goloba
Gilbert,
Street.
thank you very much.
And
Right,
there
thank
was
you for
water.
calling, Mr. Elvis. Electricity, water, road. That is always the campaign.
Fela sang with all these things and died with it.
Campaign promising since up to
Life on
today.
time
Road,
in
water,
Nigeria,
road.
And we are not getting it right. Somebody is still going to tell Nigerians that it's the concessionaire that came and bulldoze the road.
Yes, that's what Mr. Ayuma he said.
What are you talking about? What are you talking? But you have federal controller in all the states. So when the concessionaire were bulldozing the road